Hello once more, and welcome to a Blue Eyes replay here. We are digging in. I'm having some fun with the new cards, and yeah, this was an insane duel, so we got to go over it. We will just do the card by card and go through and check it out. So yeah, we opened Wishes, Valor, Ravine, Majesty, and a Neo. And then they've got their prep, they've got a Droll, Imperm, Terraforming, Ash. 3 hand traps to contend here. Let's get into it and see how we fare. So we're obviously going to start with the Neo Kaiser. We're going to try to, hold the wishes a little bit. That's a bit more of a commitment. And so we're going to go into our Spirit here. Spirit's now going to go ahead and search, and then just in case they did have the Ash, we did want to put the Neo second because we have this thing's going to dump a level 1, or what is it, Blue Eyes or a monster that mentions it. So you can either send the Maiden, you can send obviously the regular Blue Eyes, or other stuff if you're going for a specific build of this deck. But yeah, so we are getting impermed on the Spirit. So they chose to hold Ash and just imperm here, which is probably correct. Cut me off of a resource. They don't know what my hand is. And so I will just get to dump off the Neo. But since that did get impermed, we are going to go ahead and choose to send the Maiden because this thing is going to help us continue our plays here. All right, so Spirit gets stopped, whatever. Now we got to commit into the Wishes. Completely incorrect. They should have ashed this. Kind of dumbfounded why they didn't. But yeah, anyways, that's where you're supposed to ash with Blue Eyes every time. So now we've gone ahead and I guess they really, really wanted to fire off this Droll, which is just, yeah, it's incorrect in my opinion. But yeah, we've done all of the searching we need to at this point because I just went ahead, because that got stopped. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have a way to bring out this Maiden, but besides that, there's no more normal summons happening. I didn't get to the field spell, so let's grab an extra interruption here off of the Wishes. The fact that it searches Effect Valor is just hilarious. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of roar out the Blue Eyes that we couldn't use the field spell to get. So yeah, there goes the roar. They choose to ash that. Oh well. So we're forced to pass, but they don't have a ton going on for themselves too. They're left on 2, drawing into 3 cards. Their third draw is insane. So they're going to go ahead and Terraforming on, and this is just pure Kashtira with a ton of hand traps, but they just open the nuts. So they're going to go ahead and get their Wraith Soth, try to set up their Unicorn here, and then they're really, really hoping that they can use a Unicorn to rip something. I'm just not going to give it to them, but this is ridiculous. They hit double Sage, which just hurts so much. So there's only 1 more left in the deck, which is really not fun. So on their Unicorn activation to search here, we are going to go ahead and drop the Valor. Go ahead and shut that down. And then, yep, they climb on into the Shangri-La, and then they've got their prep to bring back the Ogre, which, they set up really well with the Rise Heart, and I'm sure this thing will be bringing out the Fenrir momentarily. So prep to bring back Ogre. This draw was great. We really needed this. And then Shangri-La, bring back Fen. Okay, so now at this point, we just need to bait one of these during the main phase so we can get our talents to resolve here. So they're going to go ahead and pop the Spirit, which is a bummer. We will now just proceed to play. What's great is Effect Valor is absolutely part of your engine. You can use it to, worst case, get into a Spirit Dragon if you need to. Or not Spirit, yeah, that's right, Blue Eye Spirit. Yeah, you can get into a Blue Eye Spirit if you need to. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and try Spirit again here to search. They do let that go through, but of course Ogre is coming down shortly thereafter. And again, this is incorrect on their part to fire off the Ogre. Get rid of this Spirit here because you don't know what else is going on, and this is going to get me into my Blue Eyes. So I don't know exactly what they're on here, but yeah, they zone lock. And, oh, this was crazy. So they, off of the Ogre, saw the top 5 and nail the True Light. Oh man, it's not the heart and soul of the deck, but it really does help make the deck go round. So that was just so brutal. Going up against Kashtira is kind of rough with Blue Eyes if stuff like this can happen. So I'm not doing too hot right now. So now they go ahead and allow us to keep playing. So we're going to Mausoleum and dump the Blue Eyes off of this Spirit to kind of continue our play here. And then obviously, since they've used a monster effect, before we use any more monster effects and trigger Fenrir, we're going to go ahead and snatch that up. So we're going to go ahead and snag that. And then we will Spirit back a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Okay, now this is sick. I was pretty happy with this. So you bring back your Maiden of White when Blue Eyes gets summoned. Great. Obviously, this thing isn't grabbing the True Light. Because of the specific extra deck package that we are rocking, we can do a sick-ass play. All right. Synchro off Fenrir plus the Maiden to go into Axel. Axel will bring back the Maiden. And then at this point, we can make a Light Storm Dragon. That's right. We are on this card. This comes out in Supreme Darkness, so we'll go ahead and pick up our copies. It's just a common. Really, really solid to see that. Thank you. And yeah, this thing's going to go ahead and clean up the back row here and just remove their recursion. So because it lets you pop. It actually got two cool effects. Let's go over it. So when it's special summoned, oh, that's kind of cool. Not even synchro summoned. Special summoned. You can target spells on the / traps on the field up to the number of normal monsters in your graveyard +1. Destroy it. So in a Blue Eyes deck, you're always destroying 2, if not 3 spells and traps with this. So that's great. And then it says, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 spell or trap in the graveyard, set it, but it cannot be activated unless you control a normal monster. No problem. Our True Light would normally get us there. This effect will never come up because the True Light got banished, but it is cool that it can literally reset your graveyard. It's just too bad that Kashtira banishes face down. All right, so we go ahead and clean up the field, and then literally the only way we have to out the Shangri-La at this point, we got to go ahead and make our spheres basically. So spheres and pass, unfortunately. That's really it. This draw is ridiculous. I'm just, yeah, it's just crazy. I don't know. So I guess they're on Runick cash, whatever. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and bounce back the Kashtira before they get to their standby. They're gonna once again look at the top 5, banish something. Yeah, this is kind of a bummer. Let's see. They hit Purge, Sage, Talents, Kaiser, Bingo. If they had hit Sage, the duel might have been over right there. I don't know why they hit Bingo. They don't know what they're doing here with Blue Eyes. This is Bingo's the worst card in the deck. It's basically just an extra copy of Wishes. Because you're playing 3, you can always Bingo machine into the Wishes because it's a random, reveal 3 cards, and so you just reveal 3 of the same copy. It's kind of like what the Monarchs were doing with the Pantheism. Okay, so then with that, we are going to have them go into their standby. They search another preparations. Okay, great. You guys are on 2 prep. And then they're going to destruction on out from the extra deck. I'm like, oh shit, are they going to make their fountain play? But no. They choose to just put a monster that, I guess, does it even do anything in the graveyard? No. Neither play. If this card is destroyed, you can target quick play to add it to your hand. Okay, so they just wanted to get rid of something to SP remove my Druis Worm. Okay. They find it as so much threat. We are on the Druis Worm here. I think you at least play 1 just because it's an extender, it's an interruption, and it's the best one, right into the Ryziel matchup. So they're going to go ahead and SP. They cannot attack directly because they use that effect. This was nice, seeing a Purge. It's not Engine, but this is going to stop them from getting to Engine. So I'm pretty happy about that. We already have a trap in the graveyard, so this is going to destroy if they try to activate the field spell, for example. All right. So they go tip, negate tip with Purge. God, this feels so good. Tip is just a ridiculous card. So if we can negate that, 100% we're in business. All right, SP poke for 16, no problem. Oh, we just get the craziest draw off the top. Wishes on into our last copy of Sage, plus a way to special summon Blue Eyes because, yeah, we still need extenders here to kind of get our plays going. So the Sage will go ahead, we'll normal summon that with the effect here in case we want to normal summon again. Grab the Master so we can perform a second normal summon. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and Mausoleum to dump our last Blue Eyes. This thing can grab deck, graveyard, or banishment, which is nice. And then this Preparations is just activating for no big deal. I have no idea why the heck that's activating. Okay, so we dump the Blue Eyes, normal summon the Master. Master, go ahead and add back the effect Veiler. So sick. The other plays can theoretically be, I ran out of the Spirit with Eyes of Blue. So we only have 2 in the extra deck. So we couldn't just link this off and then have the Master grab this to then special summon a Blue Eyes from the deck. Instead, what we're choosing to do is thin the deck out, get all of the Blue Eyes into the graveyard, then we can start bringing them back, bring back the Maiden if we want to, but obviously we still have this SP to worry about, so we need to go to the battle phase first to clean that up. Okay, but we do have 2 level 1 synchros here, or tuners rather. So we bring back the Blue Eyes. Now this is very specific here, right? We're gonna go into the Spirit, go to the battle phase, clean up the SP Little Knight. Now we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the Sage. Now we can use the Master's Graveyard effect to shuffle itself back, send 1 monster we have on the field to the graveyard, and special summon back a Blue Eyes. Because we held the Maidens for this specific moment, we can now use that to go into our second Spirit Dragon, and this is where the game is over. So we'll use our first to climb into the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit, and then now we'll do our Crimson Dragon line. You can either do the Cipher or the Blazar. The Blazar doesn't protect though, so you would have to kind of risk that on your opponent's turn. They thrust or something. That's kind of a bad call on your part. So I went for the Cipher line to, we have our Omni Negate, and then we have a Monster Pop, and this is protecting all of our cards on the field. We have a monster negate in hand as well. We are so stacked. So this draw is not gonna do anything. We're just gonna negate it. So they know it's over. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed a little Blue Eyes replay for you.